Hello Golosalandia, I'm excited because I'm about to make one of those cakes. Super easy and delicious with a special touch so it becomes your next favorite cheesecake. Start by crushing cookies. You can do it by smashing them, but I take 150 grams of cookies and put them in a food processor. That's about 3/4 of a package, and if they're whole wheat cookies, even better, they'll taste even better. What I do is crush them really well until they turn into a powder. I put it in a large bowl, and I'm gonna add butter at room temperature, or a little warm so it's really soft. 70 grams or half a cup. What I do now is stir it around and around until everything compacts a little and forms a kind of wet sand like the one you see here. What I'll do is put it into a mold, in my case a 20 centimeter diameter one, which as you can see I've lined with parchment paper or baking paper to make it easier to remove. I place this wonderful cookie base we've prepared at the bottom and press it down with the flat side of a glass. That way it turns out compact and ideal. On the other hand, I prepare the filling, 500 grams or 2.5 cups of cream cheese or spreadable cheese, the typical Philadelphia. Also, I'm going to add sugar, 150 grams or 3/4 of a cup. Oh, what's going to happen to us? And I'm gonna mix all of this very well. The sugar granules are gonna help this turn into an almost liquid cream even faster once it's creamy. We add today's extra goat cheese, 200 grams. And what I'll do is also give it a good mix. Stir it until it becomes liquid again. First, a few stirs with the same spatula, but then with one of these hand blenders. That way, it quickly becomes liquid. Next, we add eggs, specifically 4 large eggs, size L. Let's mix it well, and this mixture will become more liquid and easier to handle. A few turns, everything is mixed together, and now we have the cream, just missing the last ingredient. What I'm going to add is heavy cream or milk cream. Here it goes. This will guarantee us a much smoother texture. I add 250 milliliters or 1 1/4 cups. Then I pour all this filling into the mold where we had the cookie base. And once I have it inside, it goes into the oven, which I have preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or 355 Fahrenheit. I put it on the lower middle rack and bake with heat above and below until golden brown. Then we turn off the oven and leave it for another hour with the oven off, so the temperature drops slowly and it turns out this fantastic. For me, it took 35 minutes. I cover it with kitchen or absorbent paper to retain heat, and once it's slightly warm, I put it in the fridge. An hour would be enough, but I think this dessert tastes even better if you leave it overnight. Then all you have to do is remove the paper, take off the mold, place it on your serving plate, and enjoy a cake that I'm sure you're going to love. Look, 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 what an amazing appearance. Perfectly golden on top, dense with that cookie base, and on top of that, it's delicious. Look, look, how we keep taking one piece after another, and another, and another. Amazing, I'm at a loss for words. A real wonder, you can really tell that extra touch of cheese we added, it gives it that special touch.